campaign team ye then ye bwe yajja ate n'avoola tiimu ye yekkiriziganyizaako ne district security committee n'ayagala okugenda elebu ku border ate nga tekyali mu program era ne bamuziyiza n'ebirala naye nga kyetwagala okusaba abantu mwenna abali mu kalulu kano mugezeeko nnyo okulaba nti mutambulira mu mateeka kebe mu poliisi kebe mukumba ddembe kikukakatikako okufollowinga etteeka because bw'olimenya etteeka lino likukwata ate ekirala ffenna twalibadde tutambulira mu ddembe because tewaliwo wekigasa kumenya tteeka ekisembayo ebipande omuze gw'okuyuza ebipande by'abacandidates nagwo gweyongedde naye twagala okulabula abantu bonna bali eyo nti musango era bwe bakukwata kkiriza weeweeyo bagende bakutwale mu kaki kaguli weewuze mwebale nnyo mwebale omwogezi w'ekitongole kya prisons akyogeddeko wano nange neŋŋamba kanyongereko eddoboozi ekintu ekikwatagana ne enkolegana wakati wa poliisi n'ebitongole ebikuumaddembe eyo enkolegana eri mu constitution bw'ogenda mu article 212d poliisi ekkirizibwa okukolegana n'ebitongole ebirala n'abantu ba bulijjo bw'oba oyina okwemulugumya ku ngeri gye tukoleganamu ng'owulira tomatidde oyinza ogenda mu kooti n'owaaba naye kyenjagala jaste okubategeeza is that tukoleganira wamu kubanga ekisooka waliwo threats ezimu z'osanga nga wadde obulabe babutuusa ku bannayuganda wano munda mu Uganda naye threat eba evudde wabweru so nosanga nti ebitongole ng'ebikesi obyetaaga then ekirala tuyina engeri gye tukoleganira wamu mu kye tuyita interagency framework mu interagency ojja kusanga nti CDF Chief of Defence Forces ya chairman era IGP is a member n'ebitongole ebirala byonna bikoleganira wamu mu ebiri ate bwe tubadde tukolegana wamu tewaliwo yali asanze obuzibu bwe tudeployinga enamugongo bwe tudeployinga nga tulina abagenyi bwe tudeployinga mu bivulu tolaba buzibu bwonna obuzibu bujja bwe complaints otandika ziwulira kubanga tudeployinze mu campaign ekirala ratio oba ratio nkiyite ki mu Luganda okugeraageranya mu international standards mu Uganda twalibadde tuyina omupoliisi omu ng'apoliisinga abantu 5 currently bw'ofuna ratio yaffe currently gye tutambulirako omupoliisi omu owa Uganda apoliisinga abantu wakati wa 9 n'olunaana and kiviira ku kitundu ki kyalimu osi wa Arua Park ratio yeyinza okuba na ntono nnyo osi wa Arua Park bw'omusanga ng'ayina abaana 12 daytime population ya Arua Park bantu bameka just ndikubawa a perspective or context Then ekintu ekirala, ratio, yes. My experience as a police officer, ratio oyinza okukolera ku ratio y'abantu naye ate waliwo ne ratio eya size, ekifo ky'okolamu. Bw'oba ng'oyina abapoliisi mu sub-county naye nga sub-county eyo eri square kilometers 48, wetaaga abasirikale bameka? And actually, conversation, this is the conversation the country should be having, to contextualize what a ratio of police officers to the population and to the size, mass of the country. Twetaaga abapoliisi bameka? So buno si bwe budde bw'okukuba enduulu bw'osanga nga poliisi esise abalala abagiyambako okulaba engeri gye tukwasaamu amateeka. Kale.
On several occasions, we see police officers matching themselves beyond the population, whereby even if they do something unlawful, it's hard to lynch them. Why is it so?
Okay.
Apane.
Please, then next.
Okay, specifically on the issue of...
Speak loud.
Okay. My name is Serena. Specifically on the issue of the person who was not in the uniform, who was holding a stick, beating around people, and also he was seen hiding the number plates. Who is that person? And also you may explain to the public what exactly prompted the violence. Is it because Kyagulanyi was heading to a legu that he was not supposed to? What prompted the violence, Afande? Because the public needs to know.
Okay.
Thank you, Afande. First, I want to hear from you because you say defacing campaign posters is a crime. I want to hear from you on what so far you have done with your officers of police, especially who were seen in videos previously in Bali. I want to hear from you whether they are ones that you have been able to prosecute, and if any prosecutions have been done, who are those individuals. Also in regards to that violence, why do the forces seem annoyed?
Pardon?
Why do the forces seem to act annoyed?
Why do they act annoyed?
Why do they seem to act annoyed? Because when we looked at what was happening in Gulu and the actions towards the people that were in Leia, it seemed like there's anger at the police officers and the military anger. Also, I want to hear from you. Are you able to answer the questions we want to put to the military?
No.
Thank you.
But if it is a question on security generally, if it is specifically that requires information from the military institution, the military spokesperson is very available.
We are waiting for him. We expected him.
Not necessarily here. He's available. Please.
Thank you very much. My name is Jackson and I work for NTV. I would like to hear what action has so far been taken against those who were involved in detaining of civilians, as you have said, that it was uncalled for, regrettable, and unnecessary. So what action has been taken? Because we have people who are already nursing injuries, and if action has not been taken, does it mean for you to be paying, you are waiting for somebody to die before we could see you acting against those? Because we know you have said the law is there, and those who act against it, the perpetrators will face the wrath of the law. So at this moment, is there an action that you have taken? Then two, yes, the Constitution, your laws provide that you can call for support from the sister agencies. That's okay. But would you admit that sometimes they overrun you and supersede your commands and act on their own? Because the incident again in Gulu, it appears the police that would side or see at that particular venue were those who were guarding the candidate. and your own personnel, unless they were in the civilian clothes, the people we see are actually the military personnel. So does it mean when you call them, they can actually overrun you and do what they want? And when such scenarios happen, would you take responsibility as the police who called them to support you? And then three, let's go by that for now.
You reserve, now the other one is like a joker. You're reserving the last card. Yes, my sister. The name again? Jasmine.
Nkola ne TV. Waliwo abuziza ekibuuzo naye ekya abasajja bano bwe twalaba ndakozesa ekyokulalirako ekyabadde Gulu. Twalabye abasajja bano batali muleya nga balina emiggo nga bakuba abantu ate nga babise ne feesi zaabwe. Then ekirala ne tulabako n'abamu nga bakweka number plates eza mmotoka ez'ab'ebyokwerinda. So tusaba kutegeera kino kiri intended nti ne bwaba akoze omusango there is no way gye tugenda okuba identifyingamu. N'ekirala ani accountinga, who is accountable for these men abali muleya abakuba abantu emiggo, kubanga at some point twalabye ng'omwamala okuba n'adduka n'abeera na protected ne police nayekwekemaga police n'abeera protected. So nga tusuubira nti police bwe yandibadde eringa eraga side oludda abantu beeriko ku kifo ky'okuprotecting abantu bonna as a general. Then n'ekibuuzo ekirala kyabadde katugira ekyo nga
Yes.
My name is Rogers from University. Basically, I want to ask about what you're saying. Like in Gulu, there was civilians that had sticks. And since I'm
Actually, for repeating something.
actually I understand the language. In the video, they were saying one ago, meaning we are Chipesi, and we are here to chase away Nup from here. So they attacked where the Nup rally was and destroyed machinery and the trucks. And it seems they were being protected by security operatives. What is police doing about that? Then the next question is, what is police doing to protect its men from harm, which is seemingly being done by fellow security operatives? We see police officers that were attached to Robert Shambulani being caned by the military officers. So how are you working to protect your men from other security operatives?
You have a common order.
Next.
I'm Joseph Kabaya, working with Uganda Catholic Television. Mine is like particularly, you've been consistently distancing yourself from, because you've been portrayed as a partisan institution. But
By who? By
the public.
Which section of the public?
We see processions going on, and they are well protected. They are guarded by your men. But on the other end, you execute radness and like you don't allow that happen. And we've seen your trucks, your police trucks, carrying some supporters to NRM rallies. But you've been consistently denying you're not partisan. Can you please? Can you deny the police?
Thank you. Yes.
Kubanga ebiseera ebisinga bye tulaba ebiseera ebisinga bwe bakuba abantu era ebikulu twalabye nga abadde omusirikale omu ng'agezaako okukkakanya embeera naye nga bano abambadde ebikumbi byabwe kubanga bali bagenda babikemu baba nga babadde bakola kituufu lwaki babadde babika enamba z'enkuba.
Apande kuno ujulizi bwebuli.
I think let's end it because you see, I am going to talk about the issues are the same. Okay, no, give me a chance. The issues are the same. Okay.
Bane zesla imani mtebinkola ne Kede TV. Tubebaza nnyo okuuma emirembe n'okukuuma abantu. Naye abasirikale abavuga emmotoka nga mbike namba plate n'abatambula nga beebisse obukookolo ne batukuba emiggo, mulowooza temutukumyemu omuliro naffe kutandika kubeetegekera? Kubanga n'abamawulire eggulu babakubidde mu kibooko. Tusaba otangaze ekaawo.
Now you can see it is the same. They're asking about the same. Last three. No. I have to end. Kale, you will be the last. Yes, sir. Speaker.
Few days ago, we got somebody from Barada that the RPC, Alfred Radambari, showing them someone who is suspected have been but the reports might show different. Would you have made that investigation the cause of that shooting?
After my answer is such a we went to the campaign with that time. Mwezi ngoko mwewa percentage chinga aba police chemuso kwanga mukola one mukukidi mukuweleza kalina Uganda.
Okay, I will go English first. We shall begin with what my sister asked about Najita, about masking. It is an operational practice that security officers at times cover, dress in a concealment attire, including masks. But if, and I would like you to quote me well, if you are uncomfortable with it, both as public and as reporters, my role as a PRO is not only to speak for the institution of police, but also to gather opinions of public. So I have gathered your opinion, I'm going to convey it back to police. That the people are raising the following concerns. But otherwise, I have said that it is an operational practice. Two is my sister Serena, that who is that person who is not in uniform, that person. When I was discussing with our officers internally, I was briefed, and they permit me to brief you that there were general inquiry files opened in respect to this matter. So whoever has good information in respect to this issue can always volunteer it. And I guess this also would be part of the matters that would be investigated. And Shamimu's first question, it feeds into the same, because she's also, this matter has been raised before. I think I'm not the first officer to answer it, but I'm going to convey it, and I think it will be a very good subject in our after action review meeting. Because it's important that we have a conversation about it. But something I cannot resolve within this boardroom with you. We can't constitute into a body of sorts and then we start resolving some of these matters here. I will do the cardinal duty of conveying your message. Now, when Shamimu asked about why some officers seem to act annoyed, one, Shamim, let me share with you this. The election activities are a heated activity, and you will discover that all participants are actually challenged. The tones are high, the emotions are high. You see the quarrels, the officers are sometimes put into very precarious situations. They are provoked. Sometimes on a campaign trail also, I'll need to share with you this. At times also, there can arise situations of misjudgment. So one of the things is because I have not talked to particularly those officers who seem annoyed, I don't know whether they acted out of annoyance, out of misjudgment, or out of a genuine perception and appreciation of threat. So again, this one also, it is better on one side, I convey. Two, we leave it for those who are going to pick interest into what happened in the Gulu incidents, and also the meetings we are going to hold in respect to what has so far unfolded in the election cycle, as far as how far we have gone. There are some of the platforms that will resolve this answer. Jackson Onyango is saying we saw the caning of civilians. I've answered you. There is a general inquiry file that was opened in respect to this incident. So we are not going to wait for people to die, like the way you are saying. No, we really need to address this matter, because generally speaking, we all benefit from coming out of this election with the most minimal damage on individuals and property. Because that one also will be the test of the credibility of our security input and the credibility of the election at all. Jackson again came and said that in Ndugu we see scenarios which seem to be depicting police being overrun. Their actions on ground, much as sometimes may develop some stains of violent altercations, do not necessarily draw conclusions that police has been overrun. No. There is usually joint planning, and then secondly, sometimes also some actions of individuals. Maybe what you need to know that at times also is when you act outside your limits, you are held individually culpable. But in this particular situation, can we please leave it for an investigation first to be told what exactly transpired, what was the magnitude of force used, was there an overrun? All these questions will be answered therein. Then, and Onyango, I think I answered you even relatedly to the question of do they take responsibility? Yes. If you act outside the orders that you are given and outside the professional code, the law does not protect you. So take note of my answer. Jocelyn, the covering of number plates, I have answered it. It is an operational practice, but if you are uncomfortable with it, I will convey your message. Rogers said that in one video he even had some people speaking in the local language, one agu, that to say we are Chifes. This is very important information, so let's volunteer it to the investigating team. Let's volunteer. The extent to which you cooperate with the investigations will help in making sure that we bring people accountable. Ndugu Rogers again asked that how is security protecting its men? That some of them were seen even being caned. Yeah, so that's why sometimes I call, I've been in operations before. Sometimes they are undesirable outcomes of an operation. Sometimes they can even be extreme, where you register, in an operation you can even register a friendly fire. In an operation you can register a mistaken identity, because I know elections and operations in elections are usually very heated engagements and encounters. But all these are draw lessons to us, and when we go back to our planning tables, these constitute some of the revision notes.